Well, in other news, Interpol has issued an arrest warrant for the former Nissan chairman, Carlos Ghosn. That's according to Lebanese judicial sources. Ghosn is a fugitive, wanted after fleeing Japan for Lebanon earlier this week. He's facing financial misconduct charges back in Japan. Prosecutors were spotted raiding his Tokyo home earlier today. Ghosn was out on bail, but living under house arrest. Rebecca Collard is watching this story unfold from Beirut. Rebecca, the news appears to have come right to your doorstep. What's the latest?
Well, John, I'll just show you now. This is one of the properties that he owns here in Beirut, and I'll just show you. There has been media lined up outside most of today, basically waiting, hoping to see some sort of glimpse of him. And this is believed to be the residence of his wife. Now, what we've heard from the Lebanese judiciary in the last couple hours here is that they have now received a formal extradition request, a formal arrest, I should say, arrest warrant for Carlos Ghosn. And right now, we don't know exactly how the Lebanese will react to that. He has popular support here ever since he was first arrested in November of 2018. There has been popular support for him here in Lebanon. And, after he arrived here in Beirut, he actually met with the country's president. And I think that's a very good indication of how Lebanon will respond to this Interpol warrant. They have no extradition treaty with Japan. And also, I don't think that he would have come here after orchestrating this escape for months if he thought there was a risk that Lebanon would then deport him to Japan. So this request has been made by Interpol, but at the moment, we don't know exactly how the Lebanese government will respond to that.
Meanwhile, Rebecca, Turkey has detained several men linked to Ghosn. What's the connection there?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's still a lot unknown about how he actually managed to get out of Japan. So we know that he has Lebanese, French, and also Brazilian nationality. We know that those three passports were with his lawyers in Japan when he managed to escape a few days ago. What we're hearing now is that he may have had another French passport that was supposed to be for internal use. Lebanon has said that he's entered legally into Lebanon on that French passport. But that doesn't make it clear how he escaped from Japan. And then now we have the Turkish authorities saying that they have arrested 7 people, 4 pilots and 3 other workers from the airport that allegedly, or it seems to be, were involved in allowing him to transit through Turkey. So what we hear now, and it's really difficult to know for sure what happened, is that he was able to take a private plane out of Japan. He landed and transited in Turkey and then transferred to Lebanon. And again, Lebanon is saying he entered legally with this French passport, but that just doesn't explain how he managed to escape from Japan. So we'll have to see what the Turkish investigators come up with, and we'll also have to wait and see, John, about how the Lebanese authorities respond to this Interpol request.
Thanks for this, Rebecca. Rebecca Collard reporting from Beirut.